Hey y'all, I am gonna try something weird. You probably can't even see me. You can kind of see me. I don't have I don't have a cool thing that I can use to hold my phone while I'm in the car. But I am gonna try and record this video. So forgive me if what the hell are these people doing? So forgive me if the picture doesn't turn out great. Well, if it doesn't turn out where I can actually use the video, then I'm not gonna use the video. But I did want to make a quick video. Ooh, it's hot. Just with my update. I'm kind of still on the screen there. Today is Monday, November 20th. I am 11 weeks today. I don't know why I have such a case of the ums, but yeah, I'm 11 weeks today, and so far, I'm pretty sure my last update was when I graduated from my RE. So I graduated from my RE, and I have had my first appointment with my OB practice. Not necessarily my OB. It was it was one of the nurse practitioners. Um, it was okay. It was pretty much just the like setting the groundwork for the rest of my appointments coming up and what my plan should be, etc., etc. Um, as far as upcoming appointments and such. So please let this car go. So that went well. At that point, I was 9 weeks and a couple of days. They didn't listen for the heartbeat with the Doppler. Um, the nurse practitioner was like, "Oh, well, we would probably try if you were like 100 pounds." And I was like, "Oh, well, thanks, I guess." So they didn't do that. They took a shitload of blood work. I mean, a shitload. They took 8 tubes of blood out of me um, to check my. I don't know why they did blood typing again. It seems like they're doing blood typing all the time, but they did my blood typing again, which I'm still A positive. Not that that changed. My blood pressure has been running pretty high. So my first appointment with them, they wanted me to come back in a few days after they had adjusted my medication. So they raised the dosage of my medication. And then when I went back last week, my pressure was still pretty high. So it was like, well, what the hell? I guess, I don't know, I'm just naturally, I don't know. So I'm not sure what they're really going to do about that. I'm sure they'll do something at some point. As you can see, I am driving. This is the first time I've driven in a couple weeks, I think. Just because I've had a ton of dizzy spells and yada yada. So I've been depending on Uber and my husband for rides. Yeah, that was that appointment. So, like I said, they took a lot of blood and they wanted me to shoot. That's one thing. They wanted me to do the 24-hour urine collection, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Or I've had a chance, but I haven't really been in a space where it was convenient for me. As far as collecting it and not having to collect it at work, and then also being able to get the sample to the office. So That's that. Um, I will probably end up doing that sometime next week. They just want to get a baseline on my protein. Since last time when they checked my protein in my urine, there was protein at one point, but it was like later on in the pregnancy. So they want to get a baseline for me in early pregnancy. And I sure hope you can hear me. If not, I'll have to just redo this, I guess. What else? What else? What else? They gave me the dreaded A1C test, which I'm really pissed because after I delivered, my PCP took my A1C back in like January, and it was normal range. Like it's never usually even in normal range. Like even before pregnancy and all that stuff, I was already borderline, pre-diabetic or whatever. And my normal A1C usually ran at about a 6 or so. But my A1C in January was like, I forget if it was 5.4 or 5.1, but it was something to the point where I was like, oh shoot, check me out. But yeah, they took it this time. I don't know what the number was, but it did end up being high. So I will have to have some sort of diabetes center-ish support during my pregnancy. I don't want to use the diabetes center that my hospital provides and call me a bitch or whatever, but they're super annoying with what they want me to do, like writing down everything that I eat and my blood sugars and yada yada yada. It's too much. Like it was too much at that point last year. So I definitely feel like it'll be too much this time around because now I have like the added stress of like schoolwork and actually having to deal with my daughter and stuff like that. So it's like, well, I'm not doing that. So if I can, I'm gonna use the endocrinologist that I started to use towards the end of my last pregnancy, where they were pretty much just like, okay, if you take your sugar and it reaches a certain number, if it's over a certain number, then take some insulin. Take this much insulin if it's this number, whatever, whatever. But I never got to that point where I needed the insulin. And as a matter of fact, it's still in my fridge. So whatever. But I honestly would prefer that. If I do need to take my sugars on a daily basis, I would rather just do that rather than the whole like homework situation with them. It was just like too stressful having to write that stuff down and scan it into my computer and email it to them. I was just like, dude, are you kidding me? It was just too much. So hopefully you won't have to do that. I'm almost at work. Another thing I would say symptom wise is still extremely exhausted. Like, I can lay in bed all day and have no qualms about it, and honestly, still be super tired after laying in bed for 12 hours. It's like, shoot, well, give me 12 hours more. I don't give a damn. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Um, Lord, I'm not going to find parking. This sucks. What else? What the hell is going on here? Are they really doing this right now? I'm sorry. Um, I think I see me a spot. Yes, honey, I'm taking this spot. Yes, honey. But yeah, I'm just exhausted. That's my sorry, I'm trying not to hit anything. That's my biggest thing right now is how utterly exhausted I am. Um and dizziness is a factor too. All right. Damn, I look crazy. Um so yeah, that's that. Um that's really it. I have another appointment coming up tomorrow to recheck my blood pressure. Um, and then I also have my NT scan. Is it next Monday? Yeah, next Monday I have my NT scan, so I'll be excited, especially since I'm like super nervous about um what's going on in there. I haven't had any cramping or bleeding or anything of that nature, but I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, so it just worries me. Um, what else? What else? What else? I've had some nausea. I have not vomited yet, so hopefully I can like keep that up. um, let me think. Um, yeah, that's really it. Cravings, I don't really have any cravings for anything specific, but it's like when I'm hungry, I am hungry and I have to eat like at that time and a lot. Um, Another thing is I've been super thirsty. Um, I actually stayed away from home a couple of days, and in the middle of the night, one night, I was so thirsty that I had to in the middle of the night I'd called down to the hotel's front desk and I asked them, was there, something that I could drink, that I could purchase to drink or whatever. And they said yes. So I ran downstairs and they were like, oh, well, you can have this complimentary water. And I was like, hell yeah. So I took the water. There was like 4 bottles. She gave me like 4 bottles of water. And I was like, I'm sorry. It's pregnant lady problems. And she's like, oh, well, you're probably going to need some cookies too. And so she gave me like 5 little packs of cookies. I was like, oh my God, you're awesome. You're a lifesaver. Um, Let me think what else. Yeah, there's not really much else that I can think of. Um, I'm getting very irritable, but that's probably just me in general. I don't know. Um, yeah, that's it. According to my apps, the baby is the size of a lime, so that's adorable. Um, what else? What else? What else? Not really much. So hopefully I can get back with another update at some point next week. Probably maybe next Monday because it'll be right after my NT scan. So if I can make that work, that'll be cool. So keep praying for me, guys, and I'll keep praying for you. I will check you out, or you can check me out on my next video. And yeah, I can't believe I rambled for this long. And yeah, that's my commute to work. When I first started recording to when I park, that's my commute to work. How you like that? Well, to one of my jobs. All right, guys. I took up enough of your time, and I've got 3 minutes before I have to start work. So I will see yous later. Love you. Bye.